Everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another toy of the day. I know we're late; it's been a day, but we got new toys. We got a lot of new toys. If you saw the picture on our Instagram, you can follow us over there at Castors Corner on all social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of this beast right here, as well as our archive of things, and you can check out the Cornercast podcast this week with our friend Rich from the Missile Company, talking all things the toys, the movies, and a toy store near you that made us all those things. We were thrilled to talk a little bit about that and what the future of that is. And so go and subscribe to that on Apple Podcasts. You can subscribe to the channel here somewhere. You can check out our merch. All those things. All of that stuff helps. It really does. So what do we got tonight? So our friends, Mike's Toys and Stuff, Mike's Comics and Stuff, depending on where you find him on the net. Mike is one of he is my favorite small shop, no doubt. And I've never stepped foot in his store, but we've hung out at San Diego Comic-Con. We have had him on the podcast. And his store just feels like every time he sends me pictures, it just looks like magic. And he happened to be one of the first retailers to get Maestro in. And I was so thrilled. I saw it the other day and I'm like, I need it. And he shipped it and it got here in like a couple days. So great shipping, great customer service. I can't say enough good things about buying stuff from him. I really can't. So this big beast right here, Maestro, is a Hulk from a timeline where everybody's dead and the Hulk's still alive. Or he kills everybody, or he has everybody's stuff as trophies, or this is just the last Hulk, the last Marvel hero to survive the world, because the Hulk just can't die. So just looking at him objectively, he's huge. He is a giant figure compared to our King Shark here that we got earlier in the week. He's smaller, but still, wider here. So he's a big fella here for the Marvel Legends line, and I don't think I have any. I do. I got about 10 hand ninjas here. It's just lying around. So you can see, compared to Hulk, he is Maestro here. He is the end. Now, the Maestro that I think all of us are used to, he comes with grippy hands, or like grabby hands. And politicians should learn from this and take off their grabby hands. Anyway, he comes with his fists, so he can punch things when he gets really aggravated or upset. And just like the other Hulks that we've had before, typically the one that we're used to, this version of, or the character of Maestro, is usually kind of like the conqueror, like the one who beat everybody, the one left. And sometimes he has a bandolier with like everybody's weapons. Sometimes he'll be holding Mjolnir or Cap Shield or Iron Man's helmet. He is not a good guy necessarily. And this is definitely a simplified version. I think this is more of the modern comic thing. And unfortunately, I don't read modern comics lately, so I'm not up on all the new character looks. But having Maestro in the line feels like one of those Hulks that is inevitable in getting, for sure. He's got the old grizzled look with the swept hair. I'm going to say I would have rather had an extra head without the windswept hair. Personally, I don't think it works here because it just looks awkward. And if you finally get it to lay flat, like on his shoulders like that, he's kind of like looking down, and it still doesn't. You see the gap there? So I'm going to say, like, that's my one criticism of him. I don't mind the stone gold necklace. I like the gauntlets, the repainted pants, and luckily, since I don't clean the office lately, I've got the Hulk that it's based on here, and you can see the similarities with the back butterflies to give him more range of motion. Pants are the same. They're just purple on this one, brown on this one. Just a different paint job, honestly, with a new head. I believe so. Yeah, I mean, everything matches up. The beard and the hair kind of make it look like his neck is smaller, but I believe we can just pop that off of that one. And let's hope we don't break them before we do pictures. And we got, same Hulk here. Same size, same Hulk. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice addition. Caught it. Haha. Good reflexes. Nice addition to the line. Nice addition to the character selection and the versions of Hulk. Because, I mean, there are a lot of versions. I mean, we haven't gotten an actual smart Hulk yet. We got Joe Fixit, but it's the cartoon or the video game Joe Fixit. There are other versions of Hulk that I would like to see in this line. And Maestro being kind of like he can, pull back and really, look like he's going to punch somebody, for sure. I'll pose him out better in the, some really good poses with him, and he's a solid figure. I'm not worried about breaking him, moving him. All the joints are fine. There's a lot of different versions of Hulk. I mean, we get a ton of Iron Man, right? We get a ton of Spider-Man. I have another Spider-Man in that box right now. There are a lot of versions of Hulk. Unfortunately, because of the size of this big boy, $35, $40 for a deluxe figure, it's a little harder pill to swallow. But when you think about how big the figure actually is compared to the other Marvel Legends, I think it's acceptable. I mean, this is a Build-A-Figure size character in box sets or solo. And so getting, multiple versions of the Hulk, reusing this body from the Gray Hulk. Gray Hulk used that body. The San Diego Comic-Con, the overpainted face one did. Now Maestro. So there's a lot of uses for this Hulk body. And hopefully with She-Hulk's Disney Plus show coming out, we'll see more Hulks or options to have more versions of She-Hulk and this Hulk, Bruce Banner. And that's another thing we don't have. We haven't gotten a proper Bruce Banner in the Marvel Legends line. Yeah, we got it in the Hulk movie line. Yeah, we got things here and there, but like true Legends Banner, have not seen that yet. And they could probably get away with using the Spider-Man body, same glasses, just give him a different head. So there you go. Let's get Bruce Banner out there. Let's get some civilians. I want civilian Steve. We kind of got a Tony. There's options. So we definitely need a Bruce Banner. But Maestro, there's no purchase regret with this guy. Definitely needed. Definitely love him. Definitely love the muted green on this body versus the kind of bright fluorescent one. I'm actually more of a fan of this green for a Hulk body than this really bright green, even though this is really, like, this is the definitive Hulk for me. I like this muted green a little bit. So if they were to do another Hulk, this style, but this green, I would be in heaven, really. I think it would be like my definitive Hulk forever. And that's saying a lot, considering how many times I've rebought Hulk over the years. So you can check out a full gallery of this guy up on castorscorner.com as you're watching this video. As well as a past archive of all 240 some odd Toy of the Days. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. And check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night this week with our friends from the Nacelle Company. So happy to talk to them about their projects. And hopefully we'll have them back soon to talk about what they have planned for the end of the year. We kind of touch on that a little bit. So go listen and get some teases. And check out our shop. All the links are in the bio below or in the description below. And go check out Mike's Toys and Stuff. Best toy shop that I know of. Been a customer for, over a decade, 15 years, 10, 12, 15 years. So go support them. Great store. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Pick a Hulk. Watch a video. Subscribe to the channel. One or the other. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do. And then we get to share them with you. And really, that has been the best part of this journey, is to be able to share this whole story and this year with you guys. So thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow night for another Toy of the Day. Probably going to be this guy. Yes, he's not on his card, but it's probably going to be this guy because I'm super excited to have him. See you tomorrow night for another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com. Good night, everybody.